Hey guys, I'm Lisa Tedder with Tedder Bear Stamping, and today we're going to be making some cards, two of them, that have some cool techniques that I think that you might appreciate. If you're here every week, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And if you're new here, please subscribe. I have more than 300 videos out there, and they all have to meet my standards. So if I don't like them, they don't go on. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the stamp sets that we're going to be using today, and we're going to get started. Okay. Ooh, that's a little bit low, but it should be pretty good. Okay, there we go. I want to be a little straight. Here we go. All right, so I like to have it be somewhat, what am I saying? I got a little carried away from doing this. I like it to be close because I don't want it to be where you can't see what's happening. So again, I'm using Twisted in Time, but I'm using the dies, which I said that I would do. And this is one that's not quite out yet, but it's starting in March. So I bought it. Let me show you. I bought it to do scrapbooking. Hey, Pat. Hey, Valerie. Hey, Lola. Thanks, guys, for being here. I bought it for doing scrapbooking, but I thought I really like these sentiments. So, and the dies. Let me show you the dies. They are amazing. I love keys and dies, and this has it all, plus different ways of doing sentiments. And so we're going to be using this today, and I'm hoping that you like it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put that aside for now. I'm going to get my paper out, and I'm going to try to keep it in my envelope so I don't lose anything because there is little pieces. But this is 5.5 by 8.5. If you are interested in getting the free PDF for this, be sure to go to my blog, which is tedderbearstamping.com. And here it is written out here. Pat will put the link on the discussion here. Go there and sign up for my newsletter. And at least once a month, I send out the PDFs for all the cards that I make. So if you sign up today, you will get this one, both cards today. And that way, I'm pretty sure I'm going to put them out next week. So make sure you sign up. All right. So, oops, we need this. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut this. And nope. I was going to say maybe I'll switch it, but that's going to be on the back, so it's not a big deal. I don't even know. You can see, you can see it a little bit. Okay, so we're going to measure down 2 inches from the right side and the top. And you're just going to make a mark so you know where to cut. Now, you guys know that I love our Stampin' Trimmer. And this is the best. Because the blades, I've been cutting 2 pieces at a time and the blades are still really sharp. And I love it. I don't have to change my blades. I don't think I've changed them for at least 4 months. So, and before our blades, I had to do them all the time. So you're going to stick the line right here. I don't know if you can see. And then the top here, maybe I'll move it up just a little. All right, so the line I made is here, and you want the top of the card there, and you're going to not cut it. Whoo, that would have been bad. I almost went from the bottom, and that would have been bad. And see, this is why I had it down. Hold on, because I don't want to bend this. All right, so I'm going to make sure I got it right, and then we're going to score. Score. That's the important part. Sometimes I worry. Okay, so the reason why we open it is because we don't want to have it go bad on both sides. All right, so we have that, and that looks pretty good. So I'm going to set that aside for a second. I'm going to bring in my DSP. We've got this one, and this is the DSP I'm using today, and I used it for my sample. It is called, I love the back. It is called Serene Love, and it's really pretty. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cut these from corner to corner, both of them, and they're a little smaller, but if you want the PDF and directions, go ahead and sign up. All right, making sure they're in the channel, and I do want to cut this time. All right, and then we'll grab this one and we'll do it from corner to corner. Now, this is cool because you can make 2 of these cards. Of course, you'd need another base, but this would go on like this. And if you don't think it's got enough, which I'm kind of thinking I want to trim just a little bit more, just cut a little bit at a time because, you know, this is what I always say, you can't put it back on. So make sure you just do a tiny bit at a time. All right, let's see. I don't want to move it. This is why. Okay, hold on. We're going to do this. I'm going to lower this. There we go. That is a little bit. So let's see if that's better. Much better. See how nice that looks? Now, the question is, will it fit? And of course, oh goodness, I did it the wrong way. See now? Because this side won't show. So we're going to do this opposite of what I did in my planning because I didn't think about that. See, I make the mistake so you don't have to. There's a commercial kind of like that, isn't there? Okay, so we're going to put these 2 aside, and I might use them later. And I'm going to go ahead and bring in my, whoops. Ugh. I dropped something. All right. Black, and I go ahead and cut that, and that is where I will put it to 2 inches or a little bit. Oops, let's do it this way. Well, you can put this up here. Nope, that won't work. This one will. Nope. I was gonna. All right, so you're going to mark it again, but this time instead of 2, you want to do it right before 2. And I would say like 15/16, which I know people don't like that. So just go to the line before the 2. And we're going to cut this from corner to corner, or from that line again to that corner. And yes, this time we are going to cut. So I can come from the bottom because I need it to be, there we go. All right. And we're going to see if it fits before I take my paper away. Hey, Mary. And yes, it does. Basically, you just have to make sure that this fits here because this is going to be covered and it doesn't really matter, but you want to make sure that this will fold. All right, so now we're going to bring in, let me grab it, the DSP. And this time I want to use this side. So we are going to do that at 1 7/8. Well, let's see, 1 7/8. And it's just a smidge smaller than the black. So we're going to do that. And then if we have to trim it, we can. All right. So now I've got this side out and the other side has the flowers. I might like this even better because I really like this. All right, so we're going to cut it. First off, we're going to see if it fits on the black. And if it does, then we are good. And it doesn't matter if it's really close up here because you won't even see it. Okay, so we're getting there. I'm going to go ahead and put these 2 together. There it is. Now my dog is down here. I'm hoping he will behave. She's giving me the eye. Okay. And then we'll put this on the front. See, it's not very hard, but if you measure less than what you think, then you can always trim off a little bit more. Now, I did see, and I'll show you what the person that I saw one of the people that did this. There's a lot out there. Is you can lay your card here or your cardstock. If you don't want to measure and don't want to worry about it, you see the line right here. Let's see if I can raise this so you can see a little. See, you can see the score line right there. So you would just mark it below that, right, to cut it. So, and do the same for once this is cut, you can lay your DSP on top of this and it all goes together. So that's just another way of doing it. This does stick well. This the tape. That's why I like it so much. Okay, so I chose to not have it come down here. It's further down, but when you close this, it still looks good. So let's go ahead and tape this down. Okay, and we have this and this. That still looks pretty, right? I kind of like it better. Okay, let's get some glue because I think it will be easier to do that corner. I'm going to put that on my black. Ooh, come on. And if you get it off with the glue, we can just slide it a little bit. Come on, slide. Show them it could be done. All right. So we have that. I'm going to go ahead. Make sure I did that right. Yes. Yay. Okay. So I hope you all doing well. I think we're going to start hitting cold weather again, which it's been nice here the last few days. And I really wanted to stay. I'm so done with winter. All right. So because I have this in here, I'm going to go ahead and lay this in and make sure that it matches when I put it in because you kind of want it to continue from up here to down there. So I turned it over. All right, I am going to line it up first and see if it will be the right way when I don't want to let go. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Make sure it's straight. Okay, make sure. Yes. All right, now I am going to, and I never do this. Well, hardly ever. I'm going to put, this has something on it. All right, I'm going to put this on before I stamp it, which if you make a mistake, you want to be able to turn it over. So let's hope I don't make a mistake. So many times I have to turn it over. But we're just going to put it on and hope when I stamp it's going to be okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, now I'm going to do the inside just so I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to bring in the blueberry bushel, which matches the cardstock, which you know that's why I love Stampin' Up. And far away, but close at heart. And you want to kind of eyeball how far down you have to go. Yes. Okay. And then I have a little piece. Oh, it's still in the thing because I didn't want to lose it. I'm going to put this on the bottom. So let's run that. plenty of room to write our sentiment or whatever we want to write. Or just sign your name if you're like me and don't like to write too much. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we're going to do the front. I'm going to put that one aside. I die cut. Here we go. This from the set from the Tags to Go. And I am going to put on there, life's detours are better with you. And let's see if I can get this on without going off. Ah, perfect. All right. And then because I'm using Lost Lagoon, I'm going to go ahead and do the hearts in Lost Lagoon. Move this over just a little bit. You guys know that I am a stickler. All right. So I'm going to do a heart there. Oh, that looks so good. And a heart there. Isn't that pretty? I'm telling you guys, I have gone a little crazy on the new stuff on the online exclusive. But if you would like this, make sure you go to the description of the video. And I have the links there to shop with me, which you know I would absolutely adore. And I just shook it out. Oh, there it is. It's on the floor. Let me show you how tiny this key is. But isn't it? I mean, it's so stinking cute. But this, I wanted to be able to loop it onto here. And in order to do that, I need my scissors. And just trim it right at the base here. I can put this on, and I put it on upside down so that when it flips, it'll be okay. And I'm going to put this in, but nope, the other way. Wrong way. This way. There we go. Because then this hides where I cut it and it will help hold it together. And when this flips over, it should be the right way. All right. So I'm just going to let that hang free, but I kind of like the way that is. So I'm going to turn this over and try to keep that in position and bring in some dimensionals. I like to hold everything together with dimensionals because, well, see, it does help. And I'm going to use small ones on the outside of the lock. Now, wouldn't these be cute for a scrapbook page? That's why I bought them. But, you know, if you can get double duty on something, it's even better. Okay. Going to put the big ones here. Oh, goodness. See? Good thing. I'm thinking. Let's move this one down just a little. I'm going to take it off because I'll show you in a second. You're going to realize it too, I'm sure. All right. Whoops. Come on. Put this here. Okay. I'm going to take these off. And then I'll explain to you why. You could add a little glue dot to the key if you don't want it swinging around, but I just thought it was kind of cute. All right. So the reason why I had to take that off is because you can't have it going across here, and this is going to be right here and going across both. So let's see if I did that right. As long as you don't see any dimensionals on this side, you're good. Okay, so now the bling. So I pulled out an older embellishment set because I looked it up to see what would match this card. And I definitely wanted something that was either the Blueberry Bushel or the Lost Lagoon. Well, I thought that Blueberry Bushel would look best. So this has, all different colors, and blueberry bushel is one of them. So I am going to go ahead and put on a dark one here and a light one. I mean, not a light one, a small one. Okay. And then a small one right here. So that was an easy kind of a wow card, if you ask me. Hopefully you guys agree. You guys need to chat amongst yourselves a little bit more so I know if you're liking what you're seeing. I feel like I'm on Saturday Night Live or something. All right, so that's the card. And this was much easier than I thought it would be when I saw it online. I thought it would be too hard. Okay, so the next one uses the Twisted in Time stamp set. And I'm using one of my favorites, which is Cherry Cobbler. It just is so warm. I really like it. Okay, so I'm using the, let's see, what, Birds in Winter, something like that. Let's see, Nests of Winter. Ha, DSP. It's an oldie too, but that's what, thank you guys. Thank you for commenting. So one other thing that I brought out is just the die because I thought it was so pretty. This is framed scenes, and I will be using it, but I love the lighthouse, and it's just all these scenes are so cute. I even thought for the Twisted in Time that this would be kind of a cute one for the inside. But what I'm using in here is the die. So I like this because it's got the wood grain on it, and I wanted to be able to have a kind of a peekaboo card, a little bit. Okay, so I got a piece from the one, and I went ahead from the DSP and I cut out a little bit more than half, like it's not even because this is longer here, but I wanted it to be able to show that this was like that. Okay. Then I also ran through this with crumb cake. And so this is what it looks like. And it cuts out the center so nice. And it cuts out the whole thing. So I was like, yay. So I'm going to bring this on, and I'm going to sponge it with my blending brush and early espresso ink to bring out the wood grains even more. So keep in mind, I'm going to do half and then see what you guys think, if you like it with or without. So I take off a lot because I don't want it to be super dark, but I want it to show. Okay, so do you like it better with it blended on here or with it being blank? See, I just think it really brings out the wood grain. So since I've already started, we're going to finish it. Okay. Hey, Hindi. It's been a while. I'm glad you're out of rehab. Hopefully it wasn't anything really big. Okay. So I am going to right now put the foam adhesive strips onto the back so I can have this be popped up more than what it is on there when I get done. So let's see. I love that this just tears. Okay, so I'm not going to like make it solid all the way around. I just want it to be on there. So let's see. I'm guesstimating on how much I need. It's either too much or too little, or we'll see. We'll see how good I did. Not bad. good for just guessing. Okay, so let me put this aside. We're going to bring this in. I am going to mount this onto Early Espresso. So it looks like this, and oh, so pretty. Okay, and I am going to use the glue because it will make it a little bit easier. Thank you, Valerie. I really like it too. And Hindi, thank you. Try not to get this too close to the edge because I hate when it bleeds, but you also want it to stick. All right, let's see if I can do this. I'm scared. Okay. And oh, I did it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put this onto the base, and I can use my tape now. So now if this ever happens to you and it tears, do this. Start back where your tape was good and go back over it, and it will let you be able to put that on there. I don't know why it does that. Either you're pressing too hard, which I might have just done, or I'm not sure. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put this on. Doesn't happen not that often with me, but it does happen occasionally. It's a little crooked, isn't it? Let's see if I can get it up a little just to move the bottom. Oh, look at that. Isn't that crazy? Sometimes it won't move and other times it will. Does that look better? Yes. Okay. Okay, so now we can put this on. I got a poll. So if you guys have an answer, you can comment on this video. I want to know, when you have dinner, do you have to have dinner, like real food? My husband has to have real food. Like it has to be where he's got something solid. Now, I went out with my kids when they were little and I got us donuts, which I thought, man, I'm the best mother ever. Well, I've been given crap for that. And so tonight he's not feeling well and I don't like to cook. So he's like, what do you want to do for dinner? And I said, well, I think you can make something and I'll just have popcorn for dinner. He just rolls his eyes at me. I love popcorn and I don't get it very often. So I know, isn't that silly? But I'm just wondering what you guys all think. Do you have to have a full dinner? I'm all for just snacking. As long as I'm full, I don't care. All right, so this is soft sea foam, and I'm just going to put on, not all the way, and some places are lighter, Old Olive. And then you would put in, where is my stamp set? Right here. This is what I love about a lot of our dies, is that all of these go onto the tree, and I put them all on there because you're just going through once. So I just would put them on there, and it's got different hues. So that's what I did. Let me pull those out. I also die cut the tree like this with the background of the tree so that it has, this will fit on that. And then, and the thing that I did that you guys will see why is that I have on the back the sticky stuff. Though I ran out on my paper and my dog is whining, but he's just going to have to deal. Go tell your dad. Go tell him. I'm just going to put a couple drops down here just so that it will stick on the crumb cake. And then the rest, I'm going to be able to just peel this off and it'll be ready to go. Whoop. And the great thing about this is, oh, come on, that when you peel this off, for the most part, not every time, it takes all the little pieces. Now this time there's just one left. That's not bad. I hate poking. So let's push that one out. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put this on. See, it's all stuck to me, all those little pieces, because they had adhesive on the back. But this will help you and whoever you're stamping with not cuss at you, because this is a time saver. And you get a lot of the adhesive sheets in a pack. Whoop. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm not worried too much if it goes over because I'm going to be putting on the leaves. All right, so we're going to start putting the leaves on. And I did put the sticky there. Let's see there. This makes it so much easier, but see how it peeled off those parts that I would have had to poke? It peeled them off. Let's see, I can go this way. Thank you, Pat. I meant to tell Hindi, but then I would have had to look it up. And I'm trying to do something. Okay, so let's put this one here. And let's see. I'm going to try to get away with not putting, like, I did all of them but one the last time, but this time I'm going to see. It might not work. And I could trim one apart if I need to add. Okay. That's not too bad, is it? I could cut some of these, but I think I'm going to save them. Okay. So now I have that. I want to put them onto this, but when I held it over, I'm like, oh, you know, that doesn't fit very much. So I'm going to just put the glue on these two ends right here and try not to get all the way down to the tips, and you'll see why in a minute. And of course, I'm going to have to use this. You need a full dinner, yes or no? I don't overeat. I don't know what it is. Ever since I had COVID, I don't overeat. It's very strange. And then I am going to bring in this and just enough to go up. Well, I think I overdid it on that one. So we're going to, there we go. I just want it to have some substance underneath because you don't want to poke it down where it falls. All right. So we've got that. And I didn't put it all the way down the trunk. And this is where the glue was. Okay. Come on. It's not focusing. Is it focusing for you guys? Because right now it wasn't focusing. Okay. Now I am going to get out my sentiment piece and get out the cherry cobbler. Excuse me. Got a little carried away on opening it. There we go. It's not hard to open. I don't know what happened there. Okay, I am going to stamp "You Make Every Day Special" and put it right in the middle. And on the back, let's see if that will work. Yes, I'm going to put this, since this is going at the top, this is going at the bottom. So I'm just going to put it right there and put some of this just so it'll stick. I want to use the same pop-up part because otherwise it won't lay right. And I want it to go under here just so it looks better. Make sure it's even. There. So what do you think? Isn't that cute? Okay, so for the inside, I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to have another sentiment on there. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp the tree like I have been in the past because it's so cute that I really like it. So I'm going to use the early espresso for the trunk. And I have used this before. So if you guys like this set, make sure you go and check out my other videos so you can see. And the great thing about this is that I won't have as much space to write. Little ice cream. I'm with you, Mary. My kids are the same way as their dad, though. They want a meal. They can't just snack. And my daughters weren't even happy about having donuts for dinner. I just don't get it. Okay, so that, and then I was excited. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on the early espresso. We're not done after this because we have to do a little bit of bling. Okay. Okay. Put this inside. I just love this tree. It's so pretty. All right, so I wanted to add like little apples, and I use this, but it takes time to dry. So I thought instead that I will use the end of my rhinestones where they're really tiny, and I'm going to color them with cherry cobbler, the dark. And I'm going to do 8 for the tree, 6, 7, 8, and then a medium one and a big one and another medium. Okay. Now, this is what's nice is that if it's something that's not too shiny, it will dry pretty quickly. So you don't have to worry. But I'm going to go ahead and try to put it in where I think apples would be, or cherries, which I don't know. Do cherries grow on it? Yeah, they grow on a cherry tree. Sometimes I worry about myself. Okay, there we go. Come on. So make sure you guys have it ready on what card you want, because soon I am going to stop and Pat's going to do the drawing. So that's why I wanted to make sure that you are commenting so we know that you're here, and then that way you will be in the drawing. So quickly make a comment if you haven't yet. Now, I remember doing this on somebody else's blog, and I thought it was however many times you commented on their video, like while they were taping. And oh my gosh, every few minutes I'd say something, which would be great because then you really get a lot of feedback. But that's not how it went, and I didn't win. Okay, so we have that. Oh my gosh, you guys, that looks so good. And oh yeah, why did I put that away? I need this back because I wanted to add a couple more. You can't have too much bling, which I have said in the past. How many are you with me on that one? Okay, and then I'm going to do one at the very top, and I still have one left, but I think I've got it good. Oh, let's do it right here. Okay. So let me show you the one that has the other. Now it's pretty, but I kind of like this better because it's sparkly. I love it. Okay, so we have this one and okay, where did I put it? It's because I put them aside. Okay, here we go. And this one. So Pat's going to do the drawing, and then you guys, if you're fast and you win, just let me know which one you want. And it'll go first come, first serve, because I need the other one for stamp class. All right. I love both of these. I thought they were so pretty. And in person, this looks so cool with it being dimensional. So I hope you guys like it too. I'm going to go ahead and raise you. I do have to look at the, look over here to see who wins, but I want to be able to say hi, and I hope that you come back next week. I will be taking a couple weeks off in March, not together, but I'm going to Stampin' Up! Convention, and then I'm going to go to New Orleans. So let's see. Oh, still hasn't said, but I'm going to maybe try to do something pre-recorded. So we'll see. And then you won't have to go 2 weeks without, but they're not back to back. So it's going to be like every other week. Okay. So Valerie and Lola. All right. So you guys let me know which ones you want. And I always, right after we're done, before I even do anything, go up and make my popcorn for dinner. I always get them in their envelopes and mail them out. So, well, we'll mail them tomorrow, but so that you guys get them right away. Okay. Well, thank you so much. I am going to have to put you down one more time so that you won't see me moving, but you can see these cards one more time. And then I am going to see you next time. Thank you guys.